I had was wolves looking into water, and some of these wolves were standing on a ledge, and yet underneath the ledge was a complete wolf. Now, our scientists tell us that this is a reflection, but I say, how can it be a reflection when the water is here, the wolf is here, and the water is underneath, and the wolf is on the top? How can it be a reflection? How can that wolf be directly under there? Because that wolf and other people, and trees and so forth and so on, are giving off themselves. They're giving off an aura. In other words, they're breathing. And as that breath goes through that earth, it makes an image of itself. Can you see what I'm talking about? So you see, in self-center, we have to start thinking differently. We cannot say it's a reflection just because somebody tells us a reflection, and then what we should do is question this thing. How can a reflection out here bring all that picture directly under the object? It's impossible. So that object, whether it be a wolf, a tree, you, something else, breathes out. And as it breathes out, it penetrates the earth and it makes the reflection on the bottom. We understand that. That's the difference between understanding and not understanding. Now, Mark said it's a hard job to be a chiropractor, and it is a hard job to be a chiropractor. A very hard job, especially the chiropractor who gives of himself herself so much. It is a hard job. It is. Very hard. Many times, these people who give of themselves so much never even get the recognition that they deserve. Don't. Because after some of these people get what they want, they walk away, and that's the end of the source from which they got it. That's the end of it. So it is a hard job to be a chiropractor. But to be a chiropractor that is committed doesn't give up, regardless of what happens. Now we have a book in the Bible which some people say it's the oldest book in the Bible, called Job. But I rather call it Job. J-O-B. It's a job. And if you really want to know what it takes to advance oneself from something that's old that has to become new, read the book. And read how some of his people try to convince Job that he was wrong in listening to the Lord. But Job stood there, and finally, when it was over, Job had more than anybody else. Read the book. It is a wonderful book to read. Wonderful. Read it. Now, I really had my talk depending upon that thing coming out here tonight. So I don't have much more to tell you but what I'm going to tell you. Just this, that soon, all those things that are going on out there, you'll find it in the New Testament. I just heard tonight that the San Andreas Fault in California is starting to tremble, and it is spreading out. Look at the Red River, rising high. Look at everything around us. People getting shot, killed, more accidents on the highway than ever before. Look around. Something is wrong. The system is wrong, very wrong. We need a new system, and this is why Chiropractic Self-Center is here, in order to take over as soon as the system collapses. And it will collapse soon. As a matter of fact, some people predict it already. They tell you 2012. Some people tell you 2010. That's only next year. Deuteronomy, which means the second law. And the second law was written for the chosen people. And they were supposed to do a particular job. But many of them, not all of them, but many of them became very lax and started to enjoy the power that they had. But many others are still doing what their job was supposed to be, was to tear down the old system to bring in a new system. So, where do we fit in? This is where we fit in. Remember what D. Palmer said, that when the human mind has the aspiration to advance, then, he goes on to say, I hope to be the denizens of the earth. In other words, he's still thinking of helping us, no matter where he's at. That is the true meaning of chiropractic. D.D. received chiropractic, and he said it was tone. Tone means sound. Sound means frequency.